Hey everyone, welcome back to the next pocket knife in my grandfather's collection. It is a J. Nowill and Sons. It's quite an interesting piece, as you can see. Pearl handled with a little just horizontal line shields, and that's real pretty. Now I'm going to turn it over and you're going to see the price tag on here. It looks like someone valued it at $15.25. And I'll clean this off later. It's kind of like an all-arounder pocket knife. This little bell here is interesting. I believe it is for cigars. I'm not quite sure how it works, but well, I know how it works, but I don't know if I have this purpose correct. So you can take this and you pull it back and it lifts up this little piece. And I believe you stick the end of the cigar into here and it will cut it off. I'm not a cigar smoker, so I know you can you break off the tip to light the other end, and then the broken off tip goes in your mouth. And so I believe, that's the only thing I can think of to do that. I haven't seen a lot of examples of this online, so it's pretty neat. But it's not exclusively for that. So here you have a button hook, and I'll get into the tang stamps in here in a second. But it's got a button hook, so that's not particularly for smoking, but that one works pretty good. And then it has just a regular little pen blade here. The pen blade, I haven't done any cleanup or anything here, so I could probably use some of that. So there's not snapping, no pulling, that kind of stuff. You gotta push it down to keep it in place, but I think it just needs a cleaning. And then on this side, it has a main blade that suffers the same sort of fate, kind of doesn't snap or anything. You just gotta move it back and forth. And then it has a reamer, so it's kind of like a pipe kind of thing. I don't know if you would use that for cigars in any way, but there you go. This one has a snap, and that one kind of just closes like that. So that's how it is mechanically now. It has etching on it, and this etching says S. Fox and Company Limited, Stocksbridge. And then on tank set, you got hey, has it? Sorry about the focus. S. Fox and Company. I'm not always looking through the camera to see. I'm looking at the blade itself past the camera, so sometimes I don't know. So I apologize for that. I don't know what I'm doing here. That is who I believe this was made for. The manufacturer is somewhere on here. Yeah. So these are J. Nowill and Sons. They were the cutler. They have a long history. They're actually still in business, but they started in 1700 and been around a while in Sheffield, England, doing their thing, had their ups and downs. But you can still go and pick up J. Nowill knives from various websites. So kind of interesting. They're still kicking around in one form or another. And I believe, so this S. Fox is Samuel Fox and Company, and they operated a major steel complex in Stocksbridge, England. They eventually, just after World War I, I'm reading all this from a Wikipedia article that I found. They joined with other firms and they created the United Steel Companies after World War I, which then later were nationalized. I forget what they got nationalized into by England. But so the Samuel Fox and Company, they started in 1842 and then joined with the other steel firms in after World War One, which that ended in 1918, so it would be sometime 1919. So this was made sometime between 1842 and 1919. I would venture to say it's probably not an 1800s knife, but I could be wrong on that. But so yeah, they were a steel manufacturer. So it looks like this J. Nowill cutlery company was commissioned to make kind of an advertising knife or maybe a commemorative knife or something for employees. I don't know, but that seems to be the story with this. It seems like they were doing a lot of Art Deco stuff. The steelworks, they were making like falcons for trains and stuff like that. So it kind of fits with this sort of Art Deco type thing with this in the front. Almost kind of looks vaguely train-like. So pretty interesting little cutlery pocket knife type thing here. That looks really neat. So pretty darn cool. I'm not sure how in the heck this would end up traveling all the way into my grandfather's possession, but it has, and now it's in Southern California, and then it will go on to someone else in the United States probably. So pretty neat. All right, thanks for checking that out with me. Hope you enjoyed that, and on to the next one, guys. Bye for now.